Been a long time, folks, as of course the Scottish Premiership was in action, but now we get to the weird old split division stage. Who knows what goes on? I don't. Do you? We'll take a little look. Next. That's right, folks, back once again with another Scottish Premiership prediction video. Today we take a look at matchday number, I don't even know, I think 34, something like that. But it is all weird and weird. We're like going into the twilight zone, boys and girls, because it is all crazy, crazy. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIP Band of Brothers, the Patreons for supporting the channel. Thank you very, very much for your continued support. Anyone else out there who wants to join the band of men and women, check out the link down below. And of course, if you're new, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. This is the home for the, of course, Scottish Premiership, Blackburn Rovers, anything else in between. So let's get into it, boys, because I don't know what the heck's going on, but we're going to take a little look at it. Here we go, boys and girls. First and foremost, we're going to go back. Let's take a look at it, folks. Of course, those games that did take place last time around, which was all the way back on the 20th of March. It feels like a whole month away, of course. Kicking it off, it was Kilmarnock against Motherwell. 4-1 win for Kilmarnock in the end. Actually, remember the 1-0 win for Motherwell. Shame on me. Of course, goals coming from Carl Lafferty, Rory McKenzie, Chris Burke, and Mitchell Pinnock. Barry Maguire get them on a goal for Motherwell. Dundee United did beat Aberdeen. 2-1 win in the end. I think they're managerless. Aberdeen, actually remember the 2-1 win myself. Go for Dundee United, which was close to the money. 1-0 win was the final score. Adrian Spoor getting the 1-0 goal for Dundee United. Hamilton Academical against St Mirren end up all square. Goal scorers coming from Carl Monroe for Hamilton, Jamie McGrath for St Mirren, as the points were split right down the middle. I got one bang on the nose. Of course, Livingston did draw with Hibs 1-1 in the end. Craig Salabad on score sheet, of course, Christian Doidge as well. Actually went with the 2-1 win going in favour of Hibs, so shame on me. St Johnstone did beat Ross County 1-0, and I got that one bang on the nose as well. Glenn Middleton 1-0. Give them the win. And of course, Celtic and Rangers end up all square 1-1 in the end. Mohamed Elanusi and Alfredo Morelos made sure Rangers remained unbeaten in a 1-1 draw. Actually, got myself 3 out of 6, which is okay. It's better than some. The table looks like this as of right now, because we are split, that's right. So even if St Mirren win and St Johnstone lose in their respective games this weekend, St Mirren cannot penetrate this championship group. This is it now. This is you're either this is it. Basically, what I'm trying to say, it is it. So they could go on like lose all of their games. St Mirren can win all of their games, and it doesn't matter an iota. Just St Johnstone will finish 6th. But anyway, so let's move on. Take a look at your picks then, shall we? Here we go. What's the criteria if you get 0 to 3? 0 to 1, straight face gang, 2 to 3, straight face club, and 4 plus you're in top bins. I'm restricted did shy. Game Joy also did very well. Vincent Long did bits. Shane O'Donnell, fair play to you, brother. Of course, Shepard also did very well. Deepak did great. Fernandez says Kasegan, not too bad. Of course, Mark Chapman did good. Ultra Overmurat, you did poop, mate. You did poop. Ashton Knights also did clapperoonie. Russell Frost also did poop, but it's all right. Morris Spitali did great. James BCFC, you did all right. Still shit, mate. Of course, Matt Gunner did bits. Roller Hoss did okay. Of course, AJ24 not too bad. Of course, Janet Buster also did poop, and Top Stader also did shite. But of course, what's that done to the table? Let's have a look at it. Look at you guys with your zeros. Goodness gracious me. They should never get less than 2 in Scotland. Never. Even though I did. I'm sure I did. But 2 is like the bare minimum. You just back Celtic, you back Rangers, and then you're probably going to get a little lucky with the other ones. Of course, Shepherd, King Supreme this week, alongside Roberto Hollis, Deep at the Great, AJ24, Fernando Hesesca, and of course me, also got 3. So there we go. What's up to the overall table? Let's have a look at it then, shall we? Now, these are your actual scores here, not your percentages. So Shane O'Donnell's got 109 correct. Matt Gunner's got 101. Gaming Charlie's got 100. And then, of course, the chasing pack. So it's still tight. And again, we've still got some games to wrap it up. But Shane O'Donnell has a comfortable lead right now. He can take at least 1 week off if he wants to. Maybe even 2 weeks, which would then make it very, very interesting. But, of course, he wants to win it. He wants to go out as Champiano, and he's a patron, and I'm going to back him all the way. So back the patrons. Come on, boys. So let's get into it then. Of course, this is the new look predictions. Of course, I can't do it the way I've been doing it with the old website, because they just don't know what's going on either. But anyway, let's get into it. Of course, Hamilton Academical has taken, of course, Dundee United. They are in the relegation group. Is that right? Is that right? Yes, they're in the relegation group. All these first 3 ones are in the relegation group. Of course, they played each other 6 times in the last occasions. Of course, 2 wins for Hamilton, 1 win for Dundee, 3 draws. They played each other already 3 times this season. It's actually been a 1-1 draw all the way back in Hamilton, back in, of course, September. Also a 0-0 draw back in, of course, January as well in Hamilton. Also played each other in Tannadice with a 2-1 win back in November, of course. So Hamilton unbeaten against Dundee United this season after playing them twice at home. Heading into this, though, Hamilton and Academicals are undefeated the last 5 home matches even against Dundee United in all competitions, stretching all the way back a bit. Of course, heading into this, though, without a win in at least 6, Dundee United, Joe just one defeat in the past 5, in fact, one defeat in the past 6. That one defeat was against Rangers all the way back on the 21st of Feb. Look at the bookies' odds on this one. We got Hamilton 23-10 for the victory, 94 is your draw, 65 is your Dundee United. For me, I'm going to go with Dundee United with a 2-1 win to take 3 points. And of course, with that win, they could go top of the Group 7, or whatever the heck it is, top of the relegation group. It's going to be a hard one to get through these first weeks, but anyway, we'll carry on. Kilmarnock, though, taking across Ross County, also in the relegation group, played for the last 6, 2 wins apiece, 2 draws, last time around in Ross County. In Kilmarnock, it was a 3-1 win for Kilmarnock. That was back in November 2020. That was this season. Goals coming from Stuart Eamon Brophy, Nicky Kambambe, of course, Chris Burke as well. Tom Gurioski getting the 1 goal for Ross County. Stuart Finney got himself sent off. Also played a couple of times this season in Ross County, a 2-2 draw back in, of course, August, all the way back in, of course, in March. It was a 3-2 win for Ross County. So quite evenly spread over the past 3 occasions. Been 1-1, lost 1, and drew 1. Of course, Kilmarnock have actually scored these 2 goals in the last 4 matches against Ross County in all comps. They're also defeated in the last 5 home matches against Ross County in all competitions. They come into this back-to-back wins, though. Kilmarnock beating, of course, Motherwell, and of course, beating Stenhouse Muir. As for Ross County, they're 3 defeats on the spin, losing the Hibs, losing St Johnstone, of course, losing to Inverness in the Scottish Cup. A win for, of course, Ross County currently find themselves in 10th or whatever, 3rd or 5th or whatever. I don't even know what the heck pissing is. They could go from 10th to close in on, of course, 9th. As for Kilmarnock, they're actually 11th in the moment. With them, they can leapfrog Ross County in the end. Going to go with Kilmarnock on this one, 2 to win to take the 3 points and move the chains. Next, of course, Motherwell up against St Mirren. Final game in the relegation group, played on the last 6. 3 wins to St Mirren, nothing from Motherwell, and 3 draws. Last time around in Fir Park was back in, of course, December 20 this season. It was a 1-0 win for St Mirren. Also played a couple of times in St Mirren, and they both ended up back-to-back draws. Of course, heading into this, though, St Mirren undefeated in the last 6 matches against Motherwell in all comps. They come into St Mirren just 1 defeat in the past 6. The 1 defeat was against Rangers. As for Motherwell, 1 defeat also in the past 5. Of course, that 1 defeat was against Kilmarnock, 4-1 loss. They won 3 of the past 4, and they fancy the chances to turn the corner as well. As for this one, bookies' odds on this one, Kilmarnock, what are we looking at? Where are we? Motherwell 64 for the victory, 95 is your St Mirren, 94 is your draw. Win for Motherwell in 9th. They could close it in on 8th or whatever. As St Mirren, they come into the top of the group, and they'll be top if they get the win. I'm going to go with a 2-0 for Motherwell against the grain here, against St Mirren, to get the 3 points and give them a bit of life. Now we go now. Celtic up against Livingston. Let's get into this one now. The top group, the Championship group, of course, played to the last 6. 2 wins to Celtic, 1 for Livingston, 3 draws. Last round in Celtic, in Glasgow, 3-2 win. Sorry, that was the first time this season 3-2 win. They also played each other in January as a 0-0 draw. They also played each other in Livingston as a 2-2 draw. So out of the 3 occasions that these two sides played each other already, Celtic have just won once. The other 2 have been draws, of course. Last time Livingston picked up a win was against Celtic, was back in October 2019 in Livingston. Celtic, though, undefeated in 28 last 29 matches against Livingston in all comps. They're also undefeated in 11 last 12 matches at home. They come into this, though, just 1 defeat in the past 6 games. That was against Ross County. As for Livingston, 3 games without a defeat as well. They fancy the chances to try and grind something out of this. Of course, Celtic managerless at the moment. Looking at Eddie Howe, 29 on. They are your favourites, red hot favourites. 3-1 is your 7-1 is your long shots. That's Livingston. Livingston currently find themselves in 6th, and with them they can close it in on. They currently find themselves in 5th, and with them they can close it in on 4th. As for Celtic, they're in 2nd. They'll be 2nd no matter what. Going to go with a 3-0 for Celtic. 3 points in the bag. Next up, we have, of course, St Johnstone up against Aberdeen. Played for the last 6. 1 for Super Jays, 2 for Aberdeen, 3 draws last time around. In St Johnstone was back in January. It was a 0-0 draw. They also played for this season. Also, back in August, it was a 1-0 win for Aberdeen. Also played for Todger as well. 2-1 win for Aberdeen as well. So Aberdeen winning 2 of the previous 3 occasions this season, and they fancy the chances to grind something, of course. Also managerless, I believe. I don't know if they've appointed anybody. Not been keeping up to tabs with it. Aberdeen, though, losing the last 4 away matches in the Premiership. Also failed to score in the last 6 on the road. Just 1 win in the past 4 for them. That was against Dumbarton and Scottish Cup. Meanwhile, St Johnstone winning 5 of the past 6 games, of course. Their only hiccup was a draw against Hamilton Academicals. Look at the bookies' odds on this one. What do we have? What do we have on this? We've got St Johnstone 2-1 for the victory, 64 is your Aberdeen, 2-1 is also your draw. St Johnstone are in 6th, and with them they can close it in on 5th. Aberdeen are 4th, and with them they can close it in on 3rd. Going to go with a 2-1 with Aberdeen on the road to get the 3 points and, of course, move closer. Next up, of course, we have champions. Unbeaten as well. Rangers up against high-flying Hibs, of course, in 3rd at the moment. Played each other, what does it say they're 5th? I don't know. Alphabetical order. Anyway, they played each other last 6, 5 wins for Rangers, nothing for Hibs, of course, 1 draw. You know what? I really don't get this. I really don't get this thing. So played each other, blah, 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 blah. Last time around at Ibrox was the one who win for Rangers back in, of course, Boxing Day. Also played each other a couple of times at Easter Road. Hibs picking up a draw back in September, also losing just the 1-0 to Rangers back in Jan. Rangers, though, winning the last 16 home matches in the Premiership. Also keep a clean sheet in 14 of the last 16 at home. They come into this, though, Rangers, just one win in the past 4 games, of course, drawing the likes of Prague and Celtic, also losing to Prague as well to crash out the Europa League. As for Hibs, 3 games without a loss, picking up 2 wins and a draw to boot. And, of course, bookies odds on this one. Rangers 3-1 on for the victory, 4-1 is draw, 8-1 is your long shots. That's Hibs. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. But a win for Hibs, potentially they could close in on second. And, of course, Rangers could go a little bit clear in the end. I've gone with a 3-1 win for Rangers in the end. So I don't know. I really don't know. I think all the points are wiped clear. Is that right? So it could be a separate sort of beast. I think everyone's on 0 right now. So I think potentially Livingston, if they win and Rangers lose and everything else, Livingston could go top of the Championship group. I think that's how it works. But anyway, I don't know. So, but I haven't got no table anyway because my system is broken. But anyway, get your picks in anyway, just to see what you think will happen this coming match week in, of course, the Wii and our Scottish Premiership, of course. But until then, give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook, and of course, I'm on Patreon as well. Make sure you check that sucker out. Until then, though, we'll see you soon for some more madness. That's Scottish football. Until then, I'm out.